A study in contrast tonight. Some of the better-known names in the massively crowded Republican presidential field are getting an early foot in the door in the state with the nation's first primary next year. Meanwhile, Democrats are now openly discussing what might happen if Hillary Clinton decides not to get into the race. We have Fox team coverage tonight. James Rosen here in the Bureau with what could be a worst-case scenario for Democrats in 2016. But we begin with Chief Political Correspondent Carl Cameron in Hudson, New Hampshire tonight. Good evening, Carl.
Hi, Bret. The two front-runners in the polls, Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker, who leads in Iowa, and former Florida Governor Jeb Bush, who leads here in New Hampshire, are making their first trips to the first primary state tonight. Just a short while ago, Jeb Bush held a media availability here in Hudson, and I had an opportunity to throw him some questions about Hillary Clinton's email controversy and his own use of a private email server.
We complied with the law, and we've now made all of my emails long before Mrs. Clinton's issues came up. We made them public for you to see. It's totally different.
And so,
you get a briefer?
Well, no, Governor, I want a comment from you on what you think her situation means for her.
Nope, I don't have any comment on that.
Local guy, huh? How you doing?
Mr. Bush toured a business and leads early polls here, but New Hampshire voters traditionally trash early frontrunners. And the Bush family, on the cover of Time this week, has a rocky history here. Both his father and his brother lost New Hampshire's primary their first times around the track. It sure looks like another Bush candidacy is unfolding.
It's not about the past, it's about the future.
The stakes are sky high for Bush, but dynasties are not popular in the live free or die state. One of Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker's first stops was New Hampshire's influential Union Leader newspaper, which has a storied history of bashing Bushes and backing their more conservative rivals. Walker's playing to win with plenty of references to Bush's fundraising advantage.
We think we're still the underdog overall when you look at the kind of money that some of our likely primary opponents are going to have, but we're going to make a case directly to the people.
After the meeting, Walker tweeted about it. Only a few hours later, Bush tweeted that he too had just visited the paper. But Walker, who shot to the top of the Iowa polls after his first visit there in January, has had growing pains and early rough spots. He signed right-to-work legislation into law that he once said he wasn't interested in. He now favors ethanol, gasoline additives that he had dismissed, and on immigration admits abandoning what critics call amnesty. He explained changing his mind this way.
And they want a leader who's strong, but who on occasion is willing to change if it's the right decision for the country.
Jeb Bush has changed his position on a number of things over the years, but all the candidates won't be alone, neither of them. Ted Cruz, the Texas senator, and former Governor Rick Perry of Texas are also campaigning in New Hampshire today. And like Walker, they're looking for the sort of come-from-behind strategy, the hope being that Jeb Bush will remain the front-runner in New Hampshire and get punished for it by voters who get tired of seeing the same face over and over again. They want lots of choices, and they usually don't make up their minds here until the very last weekend, Bret.
Carl Cameron in the snowy New Hampshire tonight. Carl, thanks.